Alright. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's... Nope. Nope, don't do that. Alright. Hello guys, and welcome back to DAVTech. How does the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus hold up 7 months after its release, now compared to the Galaxy S20 Ultra, the iPhone 11? We're going to be taking a look at the battery life, the cameras, the overall day-to-day performance. So here is your 7-month post-release review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's do it. Before anything else, it would be a bit irresponsible of me to have the Galaxy Note 10 Plus be the centerpiece of this video and not mention its little friend, the S Pen. Now, this thing here works incredibly well. That's really all that there is to know about it. You do have some of the S gestures. I've utilized some of those. They're sort of hit and miss for me. Most notably, I do use them in the camera app, swiping back and forth between the different camera options. The thing that I use it for the most is when I'm signing contracts or documents for various projects. And the really neat feature, when your phone screen is off, you pop out the S Pen and it becomes a notepad. Your phone becomes a notepad, you can write notes, do anything you want, works great. S Pen, thumbs up. The Galaxy Note 10 Plus also has the dual front-facing speakers, as we mentioned before. I usually think that 2 is better than 1, depending on the instance, of course. In this instance, I think it absolutely helps the case. The front-facing speakers are loud, they have a lot of volume and bass to them. You don't hear any rattling when you put the volume all the way at its peak, which sometimes can be the case with other devices. I'll give you a little bit of a shot so that you can hear them for yourselves.
There is a voice inside us all, so smile, when you can, when you can.
Now, when it comes to the processor of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, I have not encountered, throughout the entire duration of time that I've owned the phone, a single ounce of lag, stuttering, no hiccups, no hangups when going through the user interface, when switching between multiple apps back and forth. I've even, on a very crazy occasion, I was getting a little bit wild, I've even had multiple videos open in the multi-window feature on the phone, as well as having multiple apps and multiple games open side by side, playing flawlessly as the videos also play overlaid on top of them. I'll be showing you a video clip of that here. And as you can see here, I'm playing 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross up at the top, and on the bottom I'm playing Dragon Ball Legends. Overlaid are a video by MKBHD on YouTube and a Twitch stream of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And as you can see, I'm swapping back and forth between the games, moving around the tabs, and everything is playing flawlessly. It really is a quite impressive feat, and I've been incredibly impressed with the phone. I've been loving every moment of just using it on a day-to-day basis. Everything is incredibly smooth, and it handles everything that I throw at it. And of course, most normal human beings on a daily basis are not going to be using the phone in this way. It's not incredibly practical, but I was just curious. I wondered, how much can I throw at the phone before it starts to lag? And the clip that I show you here is a pretty mild instance. I've had 3 videos running at once, as well as 2 games. I've also had Spotify playing in the background and Facebook Messenger chat over on the side while I had a texting bubble. It handles everything perfectly. There's not really much else to say. The phone is a powerhouse, and on a day-to-day basis, you're really not going to have any problems. Okay, so here we're going to go through a RAM test for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So here we have a random assortment of apps. The first one we're going to go into is Dragon Ball Legends here. Let that load up. And this actually takes a while, so I'm going to skip ahead to when it does finish loading, and we'll get on the splash screen there. Actually, this is perfect. All right, so we'll leave it there. Next up, let's get Instagram. All right. Instagram, as you can see, those are still the only two apps open. All right, let's get some headspace, get that good meditation going. All right, there we go. Next up, we'll go to Spotify, Robinhood Snacks. Okay, let's go to Boost for Reddit, Front Page, Go Birds. Okay. Let's go to internet, Samsung.com. It's perfect. We'll leave it right there. Let's see. Let's go to Amazon. We'll search for some sacred toilet paper. There we go. Next up, we'll go to the calculator, do some quick maths. 2 plus 2 does in fact equal 4. Next up, we'll go to the gallery. And here are some of the takes for this episode, actually. Leave that there. Then we'll go to YouTube, and we'll search up MKBHD. Fantastic content, as I am sure you are all aware. All right, and we'll leave it right here. Next up, go to Drive. Click this here. We'll leave it, let's see. So we'll leave it there. All right. So now we have the Play Store. Let's do, let's see what's popular. I know everyone's playing, let's see. Animal Crossing. There we go. We'll leave that there. Let's go over to Facebook, load it up. Very cool. All right. Quick. Go to the phone, 777-7777. Because of course. The next we'll go to 7Ds. Load that up there. Got that splash screen. All right. And now, of course, CVS. So now we're going to go back all the way to the beginning. See how this holds up. All right, so this one's still in memory. Instagram, still in memory. Headspace, meditation, still in memory. Spotify, still good to go. Boost, Go Bird, still good to go. Samsung.com, still up and running. I see that toilet paper still there. It sure is. All right, let's see. Here we have calculator, still good to go. And gallery, still good to go. MKBHD page, still open. Still have that up and running at the spot. Oh, there we go.
Say they're sick or they're injured.
Yeah, still up and running, 52 seconds. Animal Crossing, still displayed. Facebook, still up. 77777. 7Ds, still up and running. And last but not least, CVS. All right. So as you can see, the RAM management on this device is nothing short of fantastic. That is, what, 4, 8, 12, 16 applications open without a hitch. Pretty impressive stuff here. And still running smooth as ever. Now, in terms of the battery life with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, that has held up incredibly well. Some people enjoy the screen on time metric, some people not so much. I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I get on a typical day. And if you're looking for screen on time, there you go. If that's something that you don't look for usually too much, just hang in there with us for just a few moments. So on a typical day, I get anywhere between 6.5 hours to 8.5 hours of screen on time, and I'm definitely what people would consider a heavy user or a power user of the device. I play a lot of games, as you guys saw before, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, Dragon Ball Legends. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, emails, constant emails, texts, things like that. So the battery life on this thing has been awesome. I throw a lot at the phone on a daily basis, and I'm constantly, again, getting about 6.5 to 8.5 hours of screen on time. And even if I do run low on battery before day's end, I can plug in the 25-watt charger that comes in the box, and I charge about 35% to 40 in about 10 to 15 minutes, which to me was a huge shock. That was my first introduction to the super fast charging that modern day cell phones are bringing, and to me, that's awesome. So even if I'm running low, not a problem, plug it in for 10 to 15 minutes and easily I'll get through the rest of the day without a hitch. So the battery life on this device, huge thumbs up. 7 months later, fantastic. I really can't praise it enough. Something else I do want to discuss is the in-display fingerprint sensor for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. There have been some software improvements over the course of the phone's lifespan, and again, I'll be touching on a lot of those new improvements in a separate video. But I want to discuss the fingerprint sensor. I do believe that it is accurate, I'll say 8 to 9 times out of 10, and it's pretty fast. It's not quite as fast as I would like it to be, not quite as fast as I'm accustomed to other fingerprint sensors being, most notably the LG V30. The physical fingerprint sensor on that phone was incredibly fast. I could put my hand in my pocket, go to grab my phone, my finger's already resting on the sensor, and by the time I have it out of my pocket, it's open, ready to go. I can use it right away. The fingerprint sensor on the Note 10 Plus, fast enough. It's fast enough. It could be better, and there were some software updates that claim to have made the responsiveness quicker and the unlocking faster. I don't know if I've found that to be the case necessarily. I think that it's always been pretty good, but I don't believe that I've noticed any noticeable improvements over the course of the phone's lifespan. But it is pretty good. You don't have to use it, of course. You can always use a PIN or a password. There's also the optical recognition that the phone also comes with. I think that is incredibly fast, and I've used it with my father, and apparently we look like twins. I've used it on him before, and it would not recognize his face as my own, but when I look at it, it opens incredibly fast, so I am pleased with the optical recognition there. Okay. Now we're at the point of the video where we're going to discuss what pretty much every huge phone manufacturer nowadays is touting that they have the absolute best of, or the most of, or the best and most of, or there's the camera. We're going to be discussing the camera. Nowadays, every phone has 2 or 3. They have a telephoto, ultra wide, mega wide. The Galaxy S20 has a 108 megapixel camera, and all of these numbers and figures are being thrown at you. So we're going to be looking at how does the Galaxy Note 10 Plus hold up in today's standard. I will say, this video and all of the previous video with the J29s, as well as the intro video, as well as probably the next few videos after this one, all have been, and will be shot on a Galaxy Note 10 Plus. All of the shots that you saw at the turf field, shot on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, the shots on the table, Galaxy Note 10 Plus, this right here, Galaxy Note 10 Plus, that's why I haven't really been waving it at you all too much. The shots that you saw of me navigating the phone are on a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, but that one's not my own. So the camera has been holding up pretty well. There was actually a recent update for UI 2.1 for the Galaxy Note 10 Plus that came with Ultra HD, 60 frames per second rear video shooting that I'll be covering in a separate video. The video on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus is great. I will be showing you some front selfie video right now. Okay, here's some live focus video right here. And I'll be comparing this to the normal selfie camera. Okay, and here we have the normal selfie cam, recording at 60 frames per second. And of course, again, on the back, you have your 3 rear cameras. You have your 16 megapixel ultra wide, your 12 megapixel normal wide, and your 12 megapixel telephoto lens with 10 times digital zoom. I think that the cameras hold up pretty well, but of course, believing is seeing. So I'll let you guys decide what you think. And there we have it. That is our 7-month post-release review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Now, hopefully I was able to answer a lot of questions for those of you at home watching this video, wondering and seeing the brand new shiny S20 and S20 Ultra and wondering, should I go for that? Or is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus just as good as a phone today as it was then? And with full confidence, it is. You've seen the processing power of the phone. It can handle it can handle anything that you throw at it, even if those things that you throw at it aren't necessarily practical. It can do it. The battery is going to last you an entire full day. You have the super fast charging. The cameras are incredibly solid on this phone and have actually gotten better over time with the point and shoot camera updates, as well as the Ultra HD 60 frames per second recording on the back and on the front cam. The RAM management is astounding. I can't imagine anyone would ever have 10 plus apps in the background at a time. But if you want more than that, as you saw, the phone handles it fantastically. So if you're wondering, do I go with the S20 over the Note 10 Plus? The biggest deciding factor, I think, would be, do you want that 108 megapixel camera? Because if you do, and it's in your budget, that's not something that you're going to find on this device. You've seen the camera quality for yourself, and I'll let that speak for itself. It's not a 108 megapixel camera, but the cameras are really good on this device. So if you want that 108 MPs, the S20 is for you. But if you want a phone that in today's standing is fantastic all around, is going to do absolutely everything that you need it to do, I think it's safe to say that the Galaxy Note 10 Plus is still an incredibly, incredibly viable and great option for those of you out there watching and wondering. So thank every single one of you for stopping by, hanging out. Hopefully you learned something today. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, one of those things, two of those things, or all three, in no particular order, that would be fantastic so that I can help share good information with others, as hopefully I've done with you today. If there's anything regarding the Note 10 Plus that I did not cover in this video, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get to those as quickly as I can. So thank you all for watching, for hanging out, and as always, peace, love, adios. Bye everyone. Have a fantastic day, or afternoon, or night. Bye.